You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Justin Fields. As you guys know, it's looking more and more like Justin Fields is headed his way out of Chicago. The fan base is split. They're like, hey, we've got a quarterback. We don't need to draft one. Let's keep Justin Fields. Caleb Williams is out there, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. One way or another, I think it was pretty safe to say the Chicago Bears were probably going to take a quarterback, if for no other reason than the fact that Justin Fields is 10-28 as a starter. Yes, at times he looked much better the last half of this year, but I always go back to when the 49ers first got Jimmy Garoppolo, okay? And the Niners were 0-10. They were 0-10. And that was not nearly the stacked team that the Niners are today. They had a little talent, but they didn't have all these weapons everywhere. No Christian McCaffrey. Brandon Ayuk wasn't on that team. I don't even know for sure if Debo was on that team yet. But nonetheless, as soon as they put Jimmy Garoppolo in, the Niners immediately started moving the ball up and down the field with efficiency. That 49ers team that was 0-10 went 5-0. 5-0. The moment that Garoppolo got in the lineup, actually they were 0-11 and they went 5-0. 0-11 to 5-0 with Jimmy Garoppolo. And immediately it was like, okay, the 49ers have got a quarterback at least for a few years. There was no confusion about it, all right? No skepticism. The skepticism didn't come along until after that Super Bowl loss to the Chiefs. Not this last one, the one in 2019. So what's happened here is Justin Fields has not done enough to blatantly show that he's a franchise quarterback, so the Bears are going to move off of him. He's going to get traded, and all that's going on right now and flying around throughout it's one of the biggest stories this offseason. What is happening with Justin Fields? And Justin Fields came out, and I did not draw this correlation because I did this story the other day about the fact that he unfollowed the Bears on social media. Now, he went on a podcast to talk about that, but yet he doesn't want to hear about that, but you're talking about it nonetheless. And a radio host in Chicago absolutely obliterated Justin Fields. And one of the things he mentions in this rant, and this is a damn fine rant of rants, this is a damn fine one about Justin Fields, is the fact that this was very Mitch Trubisky-like, and I had forgotten about Mitch Trubisky wanting all the damn TVs turned off in the facility in Hallis Hall. Does anybody remember this? Okay, the on-field results have produced a good amount of off-field criticism. Talking about Trubisky's performance. The Bears were 3-5 at the time. Trubisky doesn't want to hear it. Quote, I've done pretty good with that. Trying to get some of these TVs in the building turned off because you got too many people talking on TV about us and what they think about us, what we should do, what we are, and what we're not. Now, guys, you've heard me talk about the fact that part of being a good NFL quarterback is, do you have the mental makeup? Do you have the ability to withstand the criticism and the heat that is going to get put on you for all kinds of reasons? Whether you're not playing well, the team is losing, or whether you're going to get traded. All right? And I was like, wow, this is Mitch Trubisky-like. All right? And I think some of us even thought Mitch Trubisky had a chance. He proved last year with the Steelers that ship has sailed. So let's get to this, because this was an epic rant from David Kaplan of ESPN 1000, who went on a rant about Justin Fields unfollowing or unfollowing the Bears on social media, and he calls him a coward. And about how, hey, if you're going to be a franchise quarterback, you've got to be able to withstand the heat, and in this case, deal with trade rumors. It's part of being mentally strong enough to be an NFL quarterback. Now, I think social media is the scourge of the earth, and I'm not a big fan of the media. But there are some valid points in this epic rant. There are. Let's listen.
Unfollowing the Bears, unfollowing the NFL, that's a coward's way out. I don't want all the rumors on my timeline. I just want to go on vacation and get away from everything. Then why do you go on a podcast to become the lead story on every channel? When has the Bears ever posted about a rumor? The answer is never. So that's a bunch of BS, Justin. 2, there's a mute button. Why don't you just mute the ones you don't want to see? Or, better yet, you can delete the app and sign back on when vacation's over if that's what you choose. 3, I want the TVs turned off. I'm tired of hearing about the Bears quarterback spot. Mitchell David Trubisky, 2019. How is that any different than this guy saying, I just want it to be over. I'm tired of the rumors. Caleb, Justin, Caleb. Why don't you just keep your mouth quiet and just get off the grid, man?
Okay, so he's saying, look, if you don't want to hear it, just sign off. And I get it. He's a radio host and he's looking for hot takes, but, he's got a point about that line drawn between Mitch Trubisky wanting the TVs off and Justin Fields just not wanting to hear it anymore. I mean, that's Mike Lombardi came out and said the other day, we're talking about Justin Fields as if it's Tom Brady on the market here. Mike Lombardi's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, we're still talking about a quarterback that you guys know I use PFF a lot. Their grading system, I look at it a lot. It's not the end-all, be-all, and I don't always love how they rank these quarterbacks. But nonetheless, it's the system the NFL front offices use. All right, and I think Justin Fields is evaluated all year somewhere between a 19th and about 22nd best quarterback in the NFL. All right, now that's down in that Derek Carr kind of range, That's right there in the thick of Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo, as I had brought it up. Not this year, but in most years, yeah, Jimmy would be in that 15 to 22 range. Baker, too. Russell, too, the last few years, and that's right where Justin Fields is. All right? That's an epic rant, but he's got some points. And if you're another team, how worried do you need to be right now about this guy's mental makeup, and is that part of the problem? Because the guy's Justin Fields has got a really damn good arm. We know he's fast as hell, can run, full dual threat. But like a lot of dual threat quarterbacks, for whatever reason, accuracy is an issue. And you can struggle, right? And you have to change the offense around this guy. If I was a team that wanted Justin Fields, the guy I would try to go get is Greg Roman. Except Jim Harbaugh is smart enough to know as soon as I get hired by the Chargers, I hire Greg Roman as my OC. You get my point. You got to build the offense around this guy. That's why I still think Luke Getsy and the Raiders kind of make some sense, because he's already got experience with this guy. Man, that's a hell of a rant. But the idea, the bringing up and the connective tissue with just how it went between Justin Fields, Mitchell Trubisky, the Chicago Bears. One could have said, well, maybe the Bears is where quarterbacks go to die. I could have understood that because the Jets have some of that. However, Mitchell Trubisky looked like shit with the Steelers this year. Terrible. Absolutely horrible. Although he did look pretty good in Buffalo for a couple of starts, but nonetheless, Trubisky looks like he may be fighting to stay in the league now after how terrible he looked in Pittsburgh this year. I don't know. This is interesting, to see how this is going to play out, the compensation that's gotten. And if you're the Bears, you can't blame the Bears for saying, we can't blatantly, absolutely, with 100% certainty, say this guy is our franchise quarterback when we have these three that we can grab and or draft right in front of us. You got to draft the quarterback. You know, you got to. And judging by how C.J. Stroud has played, maybe they should have drafted an Ohio State quarterback last year and kept their pick. You know, I mean, that's, but I don't blame them either. I don't blame them. They had Justin Fields, trade out of it, get some ammo back, and now it's really paid off. But nonetheless, there were definitely question marks last year that made you go, should the Bears actually draft another quarterback? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see how this works out. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.